Alrighty, my Leo, my lovely, luscious lion. Sorry, excuse me. So, my gorgeous ones, for Leos, it's going to be in Jupiter's going to be moving into your fourth house in Scorpio. So, what is the fourth house about? So, the fourth house is I connect, and it's ruled by Cancer. So it's about your home, where your heart is, but it's about your ancestry too. So it's about your mother and your family, and um, it's where you learn that soul connection of not just here, but the connection, with your higher self or your ancestry, and your family or your mother, right? So that's why it's called the I connect. It's that space where you sort of know that. And so in the fourth house, things that could come through here could come from your ancestry. And if you remember what I said in the other one, I can't remember what I talked about with you guys, but your lineage and your ancestry, you could be receiving benefits and stuff in this house because remember, Jupiter wants to expand and grow and help you, but it wants to like manifest physically. So if there's a lineage of, maybe you were supposed to get, this sort of status or a home, because it could be about home. Maybe you were supposed to get a home and it comes from nowhere, and all of a sudden the opportunity comes, and that's Jupiter helping with your lineage, right? It's time for you to expand into what it's like to own a home, what it's like to own a car, what it's like to, all of that. So, but it's the idea of where home is where your heart is. So it's where you connect. So, excuse me, with it being in your fourth house, with Jupiter going into your fourth house, it could be about because remember, Jupiter and Scorpio are transforming and expanding. So it could be about your heart transformation, like your heart becoming bigger and a different understanding. It could be, those the struggle that you have about, can someone ever really love me the way that I want and need to be loved, and can I do it for them? Like you could have this transformation in this house, right? So I feel a lot of you could have like changes in your home or changing homes. That's what I'm feeling. A lot of you, or you could have like this different and in-depth and more expansive understanding or relationship with your mother, or an understanding of why it was that that thing happened with your mother, or why it was that relationship went that way with your mother, right? So you could be having that, but with Jupiter going into the fourth house, those things that have been really bothering you, they become, if you've been working on it and trying to figure it out, with Jupiter going in there, it's going to make it lighter and more understanding and sort of helping you get through that so that you can have transformation with an easier heart, a better understanding of the connection. Okay. So that's what's going to be going on for you guys. But remember, with Jupiter transiting for a whole year, it's going to be working on different levels. And so these things are going to be manifesting like throughout the year. So it's about growth and expansion and transformation. And those are the areas that it's going to hit for you. Okay. So with that being said, this is going to be your October. So, and with this house. So in your first position, you have this Palace of Cups. And so you're already thinking about it, because the Palace of Cups is the state of mind. So you're already thinking about your relationships and how, like some of you, I can see, like, I've been dating for so long and I still can't find the right one. And I thought I had the right one. And like, you're thinking about that. I can feel it. Like you're like, well, I really have this bond with this person, but they're not exactly what I'm wanting. And I thought that's what I wanted, and I don't know. And, so it's been sort of a clearing and harsh time for you guys. And now it's going to get better. It's going to get more easy. Not right away, but it'll start easing up for you. So this is your first position, the state of mind of, what is it that I do want and need? What is it what type of relationships, what type of business, what type of money, what type of home, what type of, all of that, you're thinking about that. And you're really trying to connect to it. You're really trying to see it, because for some of you, I see that you're manifesting. So you're thinking, if I connect emotionally and really feel it, then it's coming, right? So I can kind of feel you guys with that. So wherever your love is focused, and for me, love is that energy or force that moves through all vibrations. So wherever your love has been focused, this is kind of where you're at right now. So their advice is that you have news coming. So you have news that's very passionate, that you get very excited about, and that you have to take action for. Okay, so being in this state is going to cause you to have some news come forth, either about a person or about the loved one that you have, or about your money, or about your contracts, or about your business, or whatever this is. So when you have this news, you do have to take action. That's their advice. Okay, so as you're doing this and you get this news, take the action. Now, some of you, I see you came from, you took some trips, or you took a trip. So you came from this and it made you rethink everything. So some of you may have moved in with somebody and it made you start thinking about other things. Some of you may have taken a trip and it started getting you to think about other, how you're really wanting, or what you're really wanting. So whatever this was, it was like fast movement, or you actually took a trip, or you moved in with a person, or it was like some movement that you did. And in that, it caused you to rethink. And that's what you're doing now. So in your fourth position at the first 2 weeks of October, so the first half of the month, you have the Ace of Coins. So you have new beginnings. Now, my beautiful, lovely, luscious lions, what you do with this beginning is up to you. So remember, Jupiter is going to be in your fourth house, and it's going to be expanding it. And it can expand it both ways, positive or negative. But the Ace tells me that you have these new beginnings that you have worked for, that you were really trying to get to. And so when you get this new beginning, and it could be because of this news, but when you get this new beginning, depending on what you do with it is where it's going to go. So however much energy you put into this can be very stable. Okay. The Ace of Coins is something that starts with stability. And depending on what you do and that other person does, or what you do and, your business partner does, however much energy you put into it is how stable it will actually get and grow, right? So you have new beginnings at the beginning of, at the first half of the month. Some of you, it's with a new partner. Some of you, it's with a new business partner. Some of you, it's actually getting some money because you've been working on that so long, okay? Or your finances becoming more stable, right? So you'll be working on that for the first 2 weeks of October. Now, in your fifth position from your higher self, I always ask your higher self, what is the one message they want to bring through to help you move forward in love? And you have the Page of Coins. For some of you, I feel like this is a person coming in to make you smile and be happy and help your heart become more at ease. That's what I feel like for some of you. For others of you, this is news that's going to be felt on an emotional level. Like, yeah, some of you, it's all different, because I'm seeing some it's not so good and some it's good. But it kind of depends on where you are in your path, where you are in your cycle of life. But whatever this is coming in. Some of you, it's because you've been waiting for this person to come in and you're wondering if they're ever coming in. For others of you, you have a person, but you're waiting. You're like, is this the person or is this not the person? And they're saying you're going to be receiving news about that. Okay. So in your sixth position, towards the end of the month, so the second half of the month, you have the Hanging Man. And the Hanging Man is all about self-sacrifice. See? You see how his tippy toes are there? He's hanging because he put himself in that situation. He put himself in that position. Nobody put him there. He put him there. He put himself there because he's self-sacrificing for the greater good, for the other person, for the business, for whatever. That's what he did. So the second half, I feel like some of you could get back in that habit where you're giving and giving and giving and giving too much, and you're sacrificing yourself. And you need to be very, very aware of that. That's for some of you. For others of you, I feel like you are taking a pause to really re-examine what it is that you're wanting as these situations come in. Okay? And that's okay. You can take a pause and you can sacrifice for the greater good or sacrifice for the other person. But if you've been doing it all along, that may not be something you're wanting to do. But for others of you, if it's about business or money or romance or family, if you need to take a pause, take a pause. Have a rest and kind of feel it out and see what's going on. But that's what you'll be doing in the second half of October. Now, from your 7th position, this is your fear. So some of you are fearful if that beginning will ever come. Will that beginning that I'm really wanting with a partner in my business, or with a partner in my family, or with a partner in my romance, or whatever this is the new beginnings that you've been hoping for that hasn't been coming, and you're afraid that it's not coming. Like, will it ever come? But this is just a fear. And for others of you, you're like, what if somebody comes in and ruins everything? What if somebody comes in and like it just sweeps me off my feet? And then, what will happen? Like, I'm kind of feeling that with some of you. But remember, this is just a fear. A fear is there to remind you of what you want and what you don't want. Now focus on what you want. It's just a fear. We live in a world of duality. It's something to bounce off of, right? So, because Jupiter and Scorpio are about expansion and transformation, this year is going to be expansion and transformation in this house for you, in the 4th house. Some of you have a lover coming, but this is karmic. Okay, this is a 50-50 card to me. This means we come together, and then after the lesson is learned, you have 50% and I've got 50%, whether to stay or go in the relationship. Okay, because some of you it's romance, but for others of you it's business partner. For others of you it's like friendship. So there's a lot of friendship going on here. So whatever this is, I'm seeing this in the month of October, that you have this possibility of this person coming in. So congratulations, because for some of you, it's a long time coming, and I feel like it's this or it's this. Or some of you, it's even this, okay? Now, in your 9th position, this is your hopes and dreams, but for me, it's the outer realm of the energy you're bringing in. So this is the King of Wands. For some of you, this is you. You're getting to that place where you're really owning who you are. You're getting to that place where some of you are like, I really want a partner because I love to love. I want to have someone there. I want to love someone, and I want someone to love me. But I'm okay until that person gets here, because I've done it so far and I'm happy. And that's where I feel like you're at. For others of you, you're at that place in your businesses or in your family dynamics where you're really coming into yourself. You're really coming into your own, of not understanding that you're not failing. You don't fail at anything that you want to do. You're really understanding that. So that's for some. For others of you, this is a partner coming in. This is a business partner or a love interest. And because it's the king, to me, that doesn't mean it's a girl or boy or male or female. It just means that they're either a Leo, an Aries, or Sagittarius. And a lot of you, I do see Sagittarians. So this could be this person coming in for you. But whoever this is either you or that person. That's in your outer realm that's coming. So, and it kind of all depends on the decisions you make and the phase of life you're at as to whether they'll come in October or not. Now, in your 10th position, this is your overall outcome of what you'll be working through in the month of October, and you have the 2 of Wands. So again, my beautiful Leos, you have to make a decision. You don't want to be in the middle. And they're saying just because you go left does not mean you can't have what's on the right. It just means as time unfolds, you have to pick one so that you can start the energy of it unfolding. Okay? So absolutely use this time to really figure out, do I want to go left? Do I want to go right? Right? And you can wait till the end of the month until all these things unfold, but this is what you'll be working through, making that decision. Do I want somebody with me? And I know I do want somebody with me, but do I want this person with me? Or should I just continue living life the way I'm living without someone until that special someone comes in? Or for some of you, do I want to be closer to my family? Do I want to be closer to my ancestors? Do I want to, take this way in my business? Is money really that important to me? That's like for some of you. So whatever this is, you'll be working through it in the month of October. And they're saying, just make a decision. Doesn't mean you can't have both. Just pick one for now.